Ironically enough, there's an artist who dropped the album who we actually feature in the book, man. Chance the Rapper, who just dropped the album, long anticipated. Um, I've been anticipating this individually, like me, for years, it feels like at this point. He dropped the album Starline. When you listen to this album, what were your thoughts? What tell me how you felt.
Man, let me say, I'm right with you on that one. Been anticipating this for a long time. He's been teasing Starline. I want to say it's been, what you think, a couple years, maybe. I mean,
Yo,
it's
it's
been
been easily 3 years. Three.
easily, and
Yeah.
has been rolling out a lot of dope songs that none of which were featured on this one, by the way. But
Hmm.
he wrote out a lot of songs to kind of keep people excited about what Starline could possibly sound like. And yeah, on first listen, amazing. I really,
Yeah.
really enjoyed this project. I will say it doesn't sound like how I thought it would sound. And I
Mm.
but in a good way. Like I don't know why sonically I imagined this to sound different than what it sounded like. I thought he would go more I thought it would be more boom bap like. I thought it would be a
Mm.
little bit more of that. And I think this he stayed true to his sound a little bit more than I expected him to do. But he put in a lot of conscious messaging within his sound. And I thought that it
Yeah.
was a fire merging of the two. So for me, man, I think he tackled a lot of really, really important issues on this album, but he didn't make it sound preachy at all. It doesn't sound forced. I think that he
Hmm.
tackled issues in a seamless way on this project, and it's just some dope songs on here. Like
Yeah.
I love the intro. I thought the intro was fire.
Hmm.
Ride with Do or Die. Do or Die is a group, man. Being from Chicago, Do or Die
Yeah.
is a group that does not get the flowers they deserve.
At
Do or
all.
Die has made some heat, and I think that record is hard. Like
Hmm.
just a hard record. One of my favorite tracks on here, No More Old Men.
Yeah,
Beautiful,
bro.
beautiful song. We talking about a meaningful record. That one, I think the way that he was able to capture the concept of black men dying early and not
Yeah.
getting to grow to be old men, and just the wisdom that came from old men and the culture of what that black elder meant in the family. I think that he
Hmm.
did a good job of capturing that in this song. And I was not as familiar with Jamila Woods, but fire. Like her
She's amazing.
vocals sound amazing. So that's a dope track, man. I just like that track just from top to bottom. And then that goes into the Negro Problem, another record that I think is amazing. Like
Fire.
another one where Chance is really able to tackle social issues, but in a way that is amazing. And it features BJ Chicago Kid, which
Come on. You
I,
can't lose.
you can't lose with BJ and Chance. It's a W either way. I love that one. This one was interesting to me, man. I always pronounce this word wrong, but I think it's Drapetomania. I want to believe is how you pronounce it. Interesting name. A lot of people don't know what that word means. I've run across it just in scholarship, but it's pretty much it was a term used to describe the mental state of slaves, but
Mm.
of to explain why slaves would run away. So it was pretty much used as a
Mm.
way for people to excuse the brutality of slavery.
Mm.
This was like a term that was used as like this is like a disorder almost. So it was interesting that he chose it, and he leads off the song really sending some shots at police and whatnot. It was just an interesting pairing. Even
Yeah.
him having Baby Chief do it on it. I think it was just who's also a young drill type rapper now. So it was
Yeah.
just it's a really interesting song. I'm
Mm.
still processing that one and just like where he was going with that one, but dope all first listen. Yeah, man. I think I actually like. Funny enough, I like Gun in Your Purse. I like until it gets to Young Thug part. I'll be honest. I don't like the first half of Gun in Your Purse. I thought was fire. Like I like
Yeah.
the concept, but then
Yeah.
it just kind of yeah. Um, the once it gets to Young Thug's part, I was like, I don't know. Okay, this went somewhere.
Completely lost me there.
Completely
I ain't
lost
gonna
me
lie.
after that. So yeah, I think that feature didn't work. But letters.
Fire. That's my favorite joint off it. Second favorite.
I want to hear your opinion on that, man. What did you think about letters?
Man, I loved it because I'll say this disclaimer. I already knew where he was going with letters because I listened to Chance's interview with Rory and Maul, like the podcast. And so he was alluding to it without saying like the song title. But once I heard
Mm.
it, once I like listened to the interview, I was anticipating it because I'm like, okay, I know Chance owns a church in Chicago, and now he's taking aim at big churches, right? Basically, like, you know what I mean? And I love it, bro, because people don't, they're not like, I don't want to say they're not honest because that implies that they're dishonest, but this type of rhetoric isn't talked about enough, right? Like the
Mm.
capitalistic approach of certain churches, major churches, big churches, you know what I mean? Like nobody ever talks about that. It's almost like, oh, okay, yeah, it happens, but like we it's one of those topics that need not to be spoken about. And I don't understand that. This is my first time ever hearing somebody address this in rap personally. You know what I mean? So I love it.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
loved it, bro.
Yeah, same here, bro. That's not a topic that I've really heard tackled on a song before, and I
Hmm.
think that he did it in a very interesting and compelling way. So yeah, that was one that stood out to me too that I had marked. Um, yeah, man. Another one of my favorite records on here, man, is "Speed of Love" with Jasmine Sullivan.
That's my favorite one.
That's
Easily.
one of my favorite. It's hard for me to put a finger on my favorite one. I think
Hmm.
right now is No More Old Men, but this would probably be a close second. Is
Yeah.
Speed of Love with Jasmine Sullivan. The outro is beautiful,
Beautiful.
beautiful, beautiful record, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is we keep coming on here every week talking about another contender for album of the year, bro. This is on there for me.
This is up there.
This is
Easily.
up there for me. Like, what would you say are like your top three favorite songs on this project?
So it is Speed of Love with Jasmine Sullivan. I'll say this too. Chance, when it comes to outros, bro, I think he might be the best outro
Mm,
artist
I'm not mad at that take.
for me ever, bro. Not ever. I think
Ever,
that's crazy,
ever is strong.
but
I got to go back and look
definitely
at some outros, but
but definitely in the last 15, 20 years, bro,
mm,
since I've really been hooked to like hip hop in close proximity or this close of proximity. I think Chance has some of the best outros. If you go to the outro on Acid Rap, it's a beautiful symphony of sounds. If you go to the same with Coloring Book, it's the same
yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? So I think Speed of Love, that Jasmine Sullivan collaboration, bro, beautiful. Jasmine Sullivan, as you know, is a Philly native. I think she lives in Elkins Park. I don't mean to spoil her business out there. It's public.
Dang, you just go say her
I
address. Why don't you, bro? Dang,
I
I
didn't put the
mean,
drop on the crib, but I'm just saying,
talking about
it's
some. She stay
close
on
ties.
672 lowest. Right?
Yo, man. So listen, I love that.
And you better
Speed,
explain why you know her address.
bro, it's public. It's public. That's all I
Why
know.
you better explain why you know what Jasmine Sullivan stay, man. Yeah, I'm trying to cover your bases.
Yo. So Speed of Light for sure. BJ Chicago kid, they've been collaborating, I think, since the beginning.
Mhm.
Since the beginning of his career. Letters, like I said, is one of my favorites. And I'm gonna tell you this. We talk Ride, No More Old Men, The Negro Problem, everything else. I actually, I'll admit this. I actually cried to the highs and the lows. Here's why. This is a
Mm.
song I've heard. This dropped in 2023, I think, or last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've heard this. Oh, why? That's the one that made it that he teased a long time ago. Yeah, this came out.
Yes.
I would say 2023, probably.
And it's something about, I'm a huge Joey Badass fan, but it's something about it being placed in and I'll talk about that with another project or a song. It was something about the sequencing of it. It made me get emotional because I was like, hold on, bro. Like we've all had lows. We've all
Yeah.
and it's a, you know what I mean? It's a roller coaster of a ride, this thing called life. And so I was reflecting on that and hearing it. And I think it had to do with the sequencing the back to the go and that and then
And that's
space.
what it was. Back to the Go. I had a response like that to Back to the Go, man. It was one of those records that hit me in the same way. So that whole
Mm,
little that little
yeah.
that top half of the album, bro, is just like heavy, heavy,
Heavy.
heavy. Like I love every song. I like there's only probably like two songs skips on here for me total. And
Wow.
honestly, those aren't heavy skips. They're like
Yeah.
I like, but they're not bad songs. Like
Not at all.
that's why I said this is this album. But Back to the Go with Vic Mensa was amazing. Vic went
Fire.
crazy on it too.
Big went
Um,
stupid. I'm so glad to collaborate. And I'll say this too. I hated Tree when it came out.
but in this context,
It is one of my
I told
favorite songs on here for that
I
reason.
told you when I heard it, I was like, I hear where he's going with it because he's
Hmm.
tackling a social issue in it, but he's doing it in a way where it sounds like a just a
Yeah.
smoking song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll tell you this. it's almost a better version. Not to compare the totally different songs to an extent, but I think the ideas of it are there's remnants there. You remember Fold Your Clothes by J. Cole or whatever?
Absolutely.
I feel like in some way or another, this was his version of that. And
A
I think
full
he did it
clothes.
better in the sense that like he's like, yo, my mom busted her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she raised us, she did this, she did that. She smoked a little tree. And Cole's
Yeah.
version, it's like, my woman love me, bro. She be folded. I don't know. There's parallels to me.
I was
I
trying to
hated
find where you
both
was going with it.
individually, but I think like chances in the context of the
Yeah.
song and listening to the threads, the sonic threads that he's really toying with on this project, Tree is one of them joints that I actually play in the car and I'm like, nah, this is like a summer essential now. Like it's
Yes.
crazy.
It's a hard record, bro. And that's why I'm like, the album was able to tackle so much, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
within this what 17 songs.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's like I said, there's even the songs that I didn't think I would like on second listen, I liked it. Like I didn't like Burn Your Block when I first heard it. Because it's not,
Hmm.
I'm not I'm not Mr. Afro beats, you know what I'm saying? That's like
Hmm.
not really my bag. And I could tell he leaned a little bit into that on that joint.
Yeah.
But when I went back and listened to it again, I was like, no, this is nice. This is hard too.
Yeah.
Like some of the like I really can't. This album is 100% one of the albums of the year.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is another contender, and I think that this just reiterated what I said before on the last pod about this year being so much better than last year. Something is in the air this year for hip hop because
Yeah.
it is. We're having some amazing hip hop albums come out. Like this is an album that's gonna last the test of time, just because of it's so layered, it's so dynamic.
Yeah.
There's messaging there, but it also is sonically pleasing. Like it has all of the elements that you would need on an album from me, at least. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like this is one of those ones.
And I'm not even gassing it, bro. Like I had butterflies even talking about it because I'm just like the speed of love. I feel like it deserves like a Grammy nom or something, bro. That's how beautiful I think that song is sequenced. It's one of my favorite songs of the year, period. Not even trying to gas this. Like it's fire.
It,
And I think it's symbolic too, to an extent for me too. Cause like I grew up listening to Chance, you being from Chicago, you listen to Chance, and you were actually a part of the many things that Chance himself installed or implemented in the city. So it hits different, I'm sure, for you even more so for
absolutely.
me. But
I,
like it's a comeback story to an extent, I
it's
think.
a comeback story, but also it's a deserving figure. Like
Yeah.
I've been at Stop the Violence rallies in Chicago where Chance has pulled up. Like where he's there and present. Like Chance is
Yeah.
doing work in the schools. He's giving back. He's it has been doing so since he came out. So it's not like
Yeah.
it's somebody who you wanted to see it come back. So and I'm still standing 10 toes down. I think that people were way overly critical of his last album. It wasn't to me. It wasn't bad like how people made it seem. There's some songs on there that I like. So I never when it
Mhm.
came out, I was like, okay, I can get why people don't like this, but it's not like I don't know. To me, people made it seem like this is the worst album ever, and I was like,
That's what I'm saying. Like that's
I
my
don't
whole
hear that.
thing. I don't like the album. I would never stand for that album personally, but it's not bad. They got records on there like Hot Shower. What's the other one with Megan Thee Stallion? So Handsome. Like they got
Yeah,
records on there,
there's records
bro.
on even what's called is on my playlist now. Is it Sun Come Down?
Yeah, Sun Come
I
Down.
love that
Fire.
song. Like it's songs on there that I rock with. So that's why I'm like I don't
Eternal with Smino. We
yep.
Go High.
We go
Big
high.
Hit with
Yeah,
Gucci.
yeah, there's songs on there that are hard. So I didn't hear that album like other people did, but I know that I could imagine the negative criticism that he got from that album probably impacted him. And then we all know the stuff he has going on in his personal life also. So
Yeah.
I feel like everybody wanted to see well, not everybody, but I know I wanted to see Chance win. So this is
Yeah.
this album is like that to me. Rap and Reason podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins.